admit it now, I'm using a filter. We're in lockdown. My skin is not getting as much vitamin D as it should because I'm scared of bees, so I can't really go outside too much. But I'm using one. Just love me. Hi guys, it's your girl Ola, the #baker. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am so excited to be back. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. You don't want to miss 1 second of videos. You like this one already, so make sure you hit that like button. Hi guys, it's so exciting to be back. It's your girl Ola, the #baker. Today we're going to be looking at the most delicious Nutella chocolate chip banana bread. I know we're in lockdown, everybody and their twin is making banana bread, but I'm come to bring you the best banana bread. It's a bold statement, but I believe it. So what you can see me doing here is, also ignore my gloves, you know, we've got to be safe in these days, is I'm just making some buttermilk. This buttermilk is actually dairy free, so it's just some soya milk and some lemon juice left to curdle for about 10-15 minutes on the side. A great alternative if you can't find it in the shops, and if you are dairy free like me. Well, I say I'm dairy free. There is definitely chocolate in this recipe, so dairy reduced, shall we say? Essentially, what we're going to be talking about first is bananas. Banana bread started from old gross bananas, like on the left, but I prefer to actually use the fresher kind. The reason is I just think it has a nicer taste. It's less sweet. When you use the older bananas, they are really sweet. There's no issue, obviously you want to get rid of them, but I'm going to basically use a combination of both. 2 of one, 2 of the other. If I was just doing this for myself, I would just use the new ones, but you can use a blend of both. The old ones are there to be used, don't ignore them, they have purpose, but on this occasion I'm going to be using both. So grab your bowl and just get to mashing the bananas. While I'm busy mashing, let me just let you guys know that you've probably seen the notices on Instagram that I'm doing treat boxes. This week the banana bread is going to feature in the treat box, so make sure you get yours quick because I have a limited amount to be able to produce. I'm really grateful for all your guys' support during this time. It's been crazy, but I've actually had so much fruits from it, which I'll talk about in next week's video. But for now, let's keep going with this. So I add 2 eggs. Just so you're aware, they are free range. They will always be free range. Mix these in really well, incorporate them into your batter. I'm calling it batter. It is butter. Yeah, let's say butter. So yeah, just mix them in really well. We've mixed it in thoroughly. We're going to add sugar, so brown and white. Brown for the molasses flavour as usual, white for the sweetness. Just so you're aware, you're going to see the bowl change. I didn't realise that my bowl had a massive crack in it, so I had to restart again. So yeah, we change over to a metal bowl and we keep it moving. Now I'm going to have to put my hands up here. What you see me doing, and I regret it and I'll pay for it later, is actually breaking up the butter. It's super soft like always, but I actually didn't mix it in that well. So you need to make sure your butter is soft enough that it can basically look like a batter and you can't really see it in the batter. I think my head's in cinnamon roll world basically. But go ahead and just add your buttermilk. Should be nice and curdled. You can see these chunks of butter, Lord. But yeah, so then go ahead and add your flour, making sure everything is really well incorporated. It's so important that this butter gets mashed in. You see me later trying to smush it in, and off camera I do go back and basically have to go and take every chunk of butter and just blend it really well in. But yeah, just fold in your flour as you normally would. Don't overwork it. When I say that, mix it well, yes, but you know, people are mixing it for 10 minutes. Why? What is going to happen in those 10 minutes? I don't know. Here you can see me adding in some cinnamon. Well, this is actually my pumpkin spice mix, but it's predominantly flavoured with cinnamon. Also added in some chocolate chips. At this point you can add anything, white chocolate chips. You could add a different fruit if you wanted to, if you want to be funky. The world is your oyster. If I was feeling spicy, I'd add a little bit of paprika, but I wasn't there on that day. Once you've incorporated it really well, you're going to prepare a loaf tin or a tray. I'll put dimensions in the description box, but I just flour and butter mine because I don't like playing around greasy with paper sometimes. Sometimes it's just less helpful. It can get stuck. Basically, I just don't fold it properly sometimes. So yeah, if I'm just baking for myself at home, I just rather flour and butter. But yeah, make sure you spread half the batter really well over the base. Then we're gonna add our Nutella or chocolate or whatever additional filling you want to. You can literally fill this with anything. I've seen people fill it with like cream cheese, fruit, bars of chocolate. It's totally up to you, but yeah, just add that in. You don't have to be neat about adding it in. You're just going to swirl it around anyway, and it's going to melt throughout the batter, and then you're going to be able to pour on the second half of the batter. Is it batter? Of the mix, shall we say, on top of this. Pop it in the oven, 20 minutes, 180 degrees to 220, depends how hot your oven is. Wow, seriously, look at these chunks of butter, guys. This was hard work. But yeah, you'll come out with this sweet, delicious, chocolatey, chewy banana bread. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's video. I'm so excited to be back, and every Sunday at 7 o'clock a new video will be dropping, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss 1 second. Thanks so much for your support at this time, and I'll see you next week.